Do the work and stop worrying about the result. So often, as entrepreneurs, we get so focused in our future thinking that we're concerned about what's going to happen. We can see opportunities, we can see possibilities, and sometimes that can paralyze us. We can see so many ideas that could work, so many things that are possible, and we can spend an entire day rethinking what could be and miss out on doing the work we need to do. We need to do that work early in the day or early in our workday. We need to do it when we have energy, when we have focus. And we need to do it whether we're inspired or not. One of the things I love from this book, The Prosperous Coach, that Steve Chandler mentions is the idea of the person that's waiting for inspiration to do work. And he talks about taking your work and making it blue collar. He says truck drivers go to work and they drive trucks. They don't look to see if they're inspired, right? So if you're a writer, write. If you're a coach, coach. If you're an entrepreneur, do the work. And rather than thinking that the inspiration is going to lead to the work, know that doing the work will eventually sometimes lead to inspiration. Sometimes it won't. But if we continue to do the work, then we can have that steady work output. Some of it will be high quality, some of it will be medium quality, and we'll have to figure out how to filter that. But overall, having quality and figuring out what to do with it is going to lead us to better results. I remember Gary Vaynerchuk was once asked, should a person on their social media do high quality or high quantity? And he said, well, ideally, yes, you're doing high quality, but you have to do high quantity to figure out sometimes what works, what you're good at, what the audience responds to. So continuing to do the work, and as Steve Chandler says, bring your lunch pail to work, do the work, be like that blue collar worker in the good way of just doing the work. Don't worry too much about the results and know that you're going to get those results eventually. You can edit later. There's an artist, I looked up the quote, couldn't find who it was, but when this artist was complimented on how brilliant all their work was, the artist said, no, you don't understand. About 90% of my work is garbage. I just don't let other people see it. I know how to edit. So it is often told to authors, write, you can edit later. Do the work, you can tweak it later. Even with your clients, get it about 80% right, as Dan Sullivan mentions with his 80% rule. Make sure you're in motion doing the work. Don't wait for inspiration. Don't wait for the perfect moment. There's never a great time to have kids. There's never a great time to start a business. The time is always now. So write first and edit later. Do the work as best as you can. Manage your energy levels with good sleep, good nutrition, good habits, good routines, but overall, do the work. Go for those base hits, to use a baseball analogy. Sometimes you'll hit a home run, sometimes you'll hit a grand slam, but you got to do the lunch pail work. You got to do that blue collar work of showing up every day. I've done it in my business and it's transformed what I do. Stop waiting for perfection and take action today.